Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream. Oh, look at all that panicking in chat. It's like there's a whole bunch of new people here today. Thank you for bananas. I just gave you all double thumbs up, which you can't see. But welcome back everyone. Today we're going to attempt to build a UFO. Yes, that's right, an unidentified flying object. It sounds so strange to say that because if you're building one, surely it's sort of identified. Let's go into creative mode and let's create ourselves a UFO. Bam, we did it. See you later. No, let's fire this up. So, pre-stream song today was Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Will They Reminisce? What a great song. I absolutely love 90s hip hop, and that song just embodies the spirit so well. And yeah, that was a song. If you liked it, I know Silent Crimes liked it. Go check it out. Put it on one of your little playlists of songs you like, or whatever it is you use to follow music. Anyway, Alvin says, never seen this game before. What is it about? Well, it's about scrap and how that you can engineer it together, because you're a scrap mechanic, right? Except there's no scrap, there's actually all pretty good conditioned stuff right here. That was my attempt at making a joke. It went horribly wrong and south very quickly. Let me answer your question. This is about, like, you know, engineering bits together. So you can place blocks, you can remove them, you can attach different things like bearings, which you can then control, so you can make things rotate. You can put down a driver's seat, which you can sit in and control left and right and back and forth. There's an engine to control the speed of wheels. There's lots of things that all get engineered together to make things like UFOs, which is what we're going to attempt. So I do want to say at the beginning of the stream, this is possible thanks to noise in my ear. Wow, T Monkey T has subscribed. Thank you, buddy, for subscribing. Do appreciate the support. I can't give you a sword waggle, but thank you. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Yeah, thank you so much for the support, buddy. And what was I in the middle of saying? Yeah, you can build stuff like UFOs. Got to say a big thank you at the beginning of this video to Snow Crash, who came up with a gyroscope, which I think makes this entire thing like possible, basically. Why don't we actually like calculate the size here a little bit? That's actually going to be helpful if I do that. Yeah, so he recently put out this video that had a stabilizing gyroscope, so it's going to be an important part of making a functional UFO. Big shout out to him. And I can't, well actually yeah, I'll put his video in chat. No, that'll be relatively simple. So if you like Scrap Mechanic and you want to show a little bit of love, go give his video like a like, or at least like bookmark it or something and check it out. It's really, really cool. Snow Crash is an awesome dude, and he is also playing Scrap Mechanic as a fellow Minecrafter, so that's nice to see. Also, there's going to be a giveaway at some point in today's stream. Mumbles has been extremely cool and brought a load of gift codes for the Izuku music, which is what we're listening to right now. This song, I believe, is Welcome to Izuku Club. Yep, that's correct. And this is off the new album, which is on Bandcamp. The name is on the screen if you want to look it up, if you're like, hey, what's that really cool music you listen to? That's Izuku for you. Okay, we're just measuring where the middle is. I want to make a marker. And that's the best way to do it. So just like count a gap, make sure it's the same gap on either side. Bam, there you go, that's the middle spot there. Right, the reason we're doing that is because we want to have a base down below, which might be the frame of a spinning UFO ship. Yeah, I've got ideas. I've got like an image in my head, and it's going to be crazy to build it. Right, so that's one platform. Now we're going to build another one up top. Must reserve room for thrusters and for us to walk. Yeah, there's something I didn't quite think about. We need to walk in this area. A lot of pre-planning should go into this. Okay, so we can move in this area if we crouch, which is kind of important because we don't want to make this gap too big. So it looks like going one bigger might be a very smart idea. Yep. What happens if I uncrouch? I just sort of stay underneath. Okay, that's good. That'll probably be our height then, because it looks like there's room for thrusters there as well. Just about enough room. Genesis asks, is there big thrusters in this game? I do believe it's just this type, and I have yet to use them. In fact, that might be the first thruster that I've ever placed. I'm not sure I've placed them before. I definitely haven't used them at all. And, oh man, Emilias, wow, crazy name, says, love the way Asuma says Syank. Man, everyone points that out to me. It's something. Yeah, I say Syank when I say, you know, without thinking or quickly. So yeah. Cody says, nice forklift, by the way. Thank you, Cody. I spent the morning making that. Had a lot of fun doing that one. So, yeah, so thank you. Thank you for the message. Let's have a look. Right, we're going to continue. Where'd it go? It disappeared. We're going to continue with this platform. Right, this platform, by the way, we're going to build the gyroscope on. So it's like bottom part of the UFO, gyroscope, then top part up there. It's going to be nutty, basically, is the word I would use to describe it. A couple of you asking what I'm making. We're making a UFO, or attempting to. By the way, going to be a little disconnected from you guys in chat today because I need to look at Snow Crash's video while we build this gyroscope, and I've got it on my other screen. I probably should have taken some screenshots. That would have been quite handy. Eagle says, are you interested in a T flip-flop? Eagle, I'm pretty sure I saw your design. I've had a lot of people send me T flip-flop designs, and I've been a little bit like and ah about it. Like, I've seen some that look like they might work, but they don't. I designed one myself the other day that didn't work. It seems like when you move individual blocks around, which is what you'll need for a T flip-flop, like a memory cell, it like... Autumn says, gyroscope cracks me up every time he says it. Gyroscope? Is that not how you say it? Other people... J Turtle likes it, so we're a fan of gyroscope, apparently. What else would it be called? Gyroscope? Gyroscopic? Sounds weird. Anyway, we're getting distracted. So yeah, T flip-flop seems a little bit unreliable because a floating block like this doesn't seem to move around, you know, get pushed around very precisely by other contraptions. So, just looking at his video again, we're going to put this thing in the middle, which seems like a logical place to put it. I've sort of paused the video at a good point for the next step, so you guys remember a number or a time index for me. Right, so loads of you are writing gyroscope on the screen, right? I have the word on the other page, and it's like I'm reading it gyroscope, so J-Rockscope says slow XP. J-Rockscope. Interesting. Gyroscope. There's lots of suggestions. Gyroscope. Another about that, it's the other G sound. Gyroscope. Is that the other G sound? Anyway, so 375, I need you guys to remember that for me, just in case I forget. I'm going to have a little flick through this video, and I'm going to look for another view. Oh, that's a good view for figuring, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Actually, I've got a feeling. He said about a gimbal. I think I know what he's on about. Hang on, let me have a look at something. A gimbal. I should have looked up more of this before I started, because now I'm looking at his thing. Oh man, I got a feeling I need to watch his video more to figure out how to build this. I thought I'd sussed it, and then I just looked at something that made me think, have I? I really sussed it? Oh, that would suggest something different. I apologise, peeps. I am staring at another video trying to suss this one out. 375, is that what I said? It was 357. Wow. Okay, there is not much of a... Oh, there we go. Is that... Oh, please. Right, now I found another screenshot that suggests... Okay, no, it isn't what I thought it was. Right, okay. We'll have to take a gamble. If we get it wrong, we should be alright to come back here and build it again. So it can be a case of trial and error. Right, we need a platform. Right, let's get going. Let's get going. Let's do this. Bam, we got a platform. Now we need a way up. Oh, we can jump. That's good. Right, so our gyroscope is going to be in the very middle. It's... Wow, I thought I was much more prepared than this. It's going to have a fair few blocks around it. I'd say like 2 in each direction. and then the third one being part of the gyroscope itself, and then the back part is then connected to the ground. And I don't think we need to give it too much additional space. I'm going to skip through this video again. Yeah. It's going to take me several attempts to build this, I've got a feeling. Let's just try at least, and then look back at it and see if we did good or not. Okay, so that was weird. Okay, like that. So this is going to be the bit that holds it up from the back. And I think we don't have this beam coming across the middle. What we actually have is it going off to the side. There we go. So how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2... We already had... No, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Right, I'm going to go forward by 2. Some of you are saying Google how to say gyroscope. No, it's now gyroscope. Google can catch up with me. They can go change how it's said. Save me some time instead, right? So we're going to have 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So that means we can drag this out. And this is where it's going to connect, like that. So this bit is horribly wrong. How far have I come out there? 1, 2, 3. One too many. Okay, so we have that going around from side to side. And then in the middle, I've got a noise in my ear, which I can't kind of check this second because I'm looking at the video. We'll get to that in 1 second, my friend. Let's have a look. I think we need to put some bearings here, or a bearing. So that's the very middle of our ship. Right, then this is going to drag out 1, 2, 3, like that. Yeah, an additional 3. 2, 3, there. So that is sort of wobbly, if that makes sense. And then, yeah, this looks good. As well as that, we also need to go up by 2. Noise in my ear. That's doubling up on noises in my ear right now. Okay. Then we go below, like this. Now that's all off of one bearing. I think I've missed something there. I'm just trying to think what it is. That bearing's going to allow this thing to go left and right. It needs more bearings, so now I need to skip back to the other part of the video to figure that out. Let's read our messages, whatever they are. We've got a donation here from Phil71994 saying, pronounce the gyroscope just like you did, but pronounce the G like a J in jam. So, Guy Jam. Gyroscope. Oh! That sounds correct. Also have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Phil. You should have a wonderful evening too. Thank you so much for your donation. I hope you have a good time watching today's stream. Gyroscope. Jam. J for jam. Gyroscope. Got it. Thank you. And also, massive thank you to Photon Burst Live for the resubscribe here. 3 months in a row. Thank you so much for the support, buddy. Do appreciate it. And I am a bot says, what is X building? We're building a UFO, and that starts off by building a gyroscope. There you go. Right, 3:57 was the time index of the video. There are definitely multiple sets of bearings here. I'm seeing bearings at the top and the bottom. They're actually steered by something. What? That makes no sense to me. Yikes. Okay, let's see. That's right, Snow Crash. Walk closer to it. Oh, okay. So there was supposed to be a bearing somewhere back here and somewhere else. Oh man, this is like, I thought I figured out how to build it by watching this video, but no. So one back there and then one in the middle as well. Kind of doesn't look right to me. Okay, we'll try again. I think I'm looking at it and I'm sort of thinking, yeah, I think I can see how that works, right? I guess we can try, and then if it doesn't, we can go, okay. So we need this thing at the back to be connected differently. In fact, we kind of need to rebuild the whole thing now. Right, that's the middle, isn't it? No, it's over by 1 block. That's the middle. Right, so we need to have... The whole thing's a little bit smaller as it is, so that can probably stay where it is, which means we're going to get rid of all of that. Okay, that can go. Put one there. And this needs a bearing. That needs to be a bearing there. So 1, 2, 3. That's the place to be. Yep, that looks good. Wouldn't this need to be brought forward? Right, because that's now no longer the middle. And I think this has to be precise. Okay, so we have to move this forward. I'm getting there step by step. Oh, I did have a feeling in the back of my mind I should have built this bit first. So I apologise for not done doing that. That made no sense. That made no sense at all. Alright, so there's our 3 on one side. There's the 3 on the other. Okay, what? No. Am I being a silly goose? Oh, it was in the right place! Damn it! So silly of me. That's annoying. Okay, so all of that goes. It was in the correct place. Somehow I convinced myself it... Oops, it wasn't. Okay, 1, 2, 3 on that side. 1, 2, 3 on this side. Wait. Oh my god, build it on the bearing. Bear with me, people, bear with me. We'll get to the UFO very soon. So I needed 2 on that side somehow. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Didn't we just move this... Didn't I just move it back? I'm getting a headache now. I could have swore I just moved it. Do you know what? I'm just going to make it slightly bigger. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'll make it slightly bigger. That is confusing. Right, so we've got a bearing over there. Now we're going to have a bearing on this side. These are, in fact, the 2 bearings that the man has used. Okay. No, that wouldn't go there, would it? It would go all the way across, I think. There's got to be another bearing on this thing. Nope, there are no other bearings, so that means that we put this thing in the middle, and then it should be complete-ish. Oh no, there are other bearings, they're just hooked up to something. Right, okay, yeah, I see where the other bearings are now. Oops. Yeah, they are here and here. I don't really understand those ones. I sort of had a whiff of an idea of what they might do. Actually, now that I think they're for steering. You need to put something heavy on the end of it. You need to have a metal block like this, because blocks have weight in this game, and that's actually an important part of it. Okay, and then same thing over here. Okay, Mousy Mars says he's trying to make a way for me to get home. There you go. Mousy wants to go home. Right, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. There's also like some of these bearings are connected to a driver's seat, which is what I didn't quite understand. That confused me. But that... Actually, no, it was connected to an engine. Because it was orange, right. So there's an engine somewhere that controls this stuff. I don't really get it at this point. So I'm going to guess that controls that. That controls those two. Right, and then what we now have to build is sensors on either side that are level with this. So what we'll do is come out a couple more blocks, like 1, 2. Then on this side, 1, 2. And we got a noise in my ear. Let's alt and tab to that. We got a donation here from Ponybutts saying hashtag but why though? But why though? But why though? I don't even know what that means, but thank you so much for the donation, Ponybutts. Hope you're having a good time watching today's stream. And but why though? But why though? I don't know. Okay, right, so now we have two sensors that go at two different heights. That can go. See you later. Oh, seat! It's got me stuck. We are sinking. Help! Yikes! It doesn't like us being that close to the seat. Okay, so now what we'll do is attach these sensors. It's going to detect. Is it me or is that one further out? Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that, and this is just 1. So what? Damn it! 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Okay. Right. So. Now these are going to be hooked up to things that stabilise the vehicle. Oh man, I really should have done more of this. Alright, so now we're going to put in some thrusters. And I've got to look at the way he's done this to suss it out. So these need to be... Do you know what? These are like too wide. So wouldn't that make the centre of his contraption not a single block? That doesn't make too much sense to me. Actually, no, let's go with the... Ooh. Sort of wrapping into the next one layout. Okay, so... What we're going to do is take those second ones and then attach them to the correct sensors. So I'm pretty sure this side is for the top one over there. And the top one on the opposite side doesn't go to this one. In fact, the bottom goes to the opposite. Oh, okay, right. Bottom goes to that one. And that makes sense. Top goes to this one. That one goes to this one here. So now that should all stabilise it, so to speak. Everything else goes to the driver's seat. Right, so who's excited? We're doing... test run in a second. By the way, Estelian, I spoke to Mumbles earlier. Yep, we're doing the giveaway, so just speak to Mumbles on Discord. And yeah, if anyone here is a Twitch subscriber, had a couple of new. Well, do we have 2 new ones, or was it a resubscribe? Let's check. We had T-Monkey and Photon Burst. Either of you, if you're not aware, we have a Twitch TeamSpeak. No. Let's start again, people. Right, there's something called the Discord app, and if you're a Twitch subscriber here, you can join the Twitch subscriber chat on Discord. There you go, I said it. Right, enough about that. Let's go flying. That was terrible. Okay, so we're gonna remove that. Oh my god, it started trying to. Whoa! Wait! That was unexpected. Well, it did a thing. Right, clearly it doesn't work, but. That's like sort of the contraption there, because the sensors get activated when we remove this. Right. Yeah, okay. Estelian, excellent. Yep, feel free to do the giveaway. I mentioned it earlier. There's going to be a giveaway today for the Izuku codes. Animel says, X, did you see my resubscribe? I didn't, unfortunately. If it's in between streams, I might not catch it. Right, I'm gonna have a sip of my Assam tea before it goes cold. Oh, Estelian, you're not in sub 1. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Wellington says, wow, X is in over his head. Only because I'm not prepared enough. I could have been more prepared. I thought I was. I really did. But apparently I'm not prepared. Right, so how can I... do you know what? I can't sort that out, Estelian, right now. Because it would mess up my whole streaming thing. I can barely use Discord because I've got half a screen to operate on. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, okay, you sorted it out. That's great. Cheers. Just looking at his video again, it kind of looks like what I built is correct. So... what did I miss? What did I miss? We could watch his video together here on the stream. That would be really weird. We've got another noise in my ear. What's going on here? Photon Burst Live donates saying, hashtag, but why though? Are you building that UFO? But why though? What is with this but why though? The reason I'm building UFO is because I saw this gyroscope thing and then I thought, if that's going to stabilize your ship, then you can make a UFO, right? Like UFOs would need a stabilization thing in them because like something is balancing it when it floats in air is the idea. So a gyroscope, as it's correctly said, would be the thing. Thank you so much for your donation, by the way. I do appreciate it. I'm trying to watch his video again. Do you guys mind if I play his video in the stream? I'm sure he wouldn't mind. I'm just looking at this now and thinking, what bit did I get wrong? How about that? It'd be a bit of a stream... no, it wouldn't really be a streamception. It'd be a video being played on a live stream. That's all it would be. On top, that thing is not symmetrical, someone said. Yeah, actually, you might be right, because we had a bit of trouble with the size, and I sort of half-arsed it, didn't I? Okay, so 1, 2, 3 from there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, it is sort of symmetrical. Oh, I missed a bit. Yeah, I totally missed a bit. Okay, but in missing that bit, I've also now realised that this here is going to disrupt that. Yes, it is. So, does that need to be one... does the whole thing need to be a couple of blocks bigger? Let's try it with 2 on either side. I missed a bit. You need that as well. I got a feeling, though, this is just going to be probably more of the same news. Right, it is not stabilising. That is not stable at all. Some of you saying playing it, some of you saying no. We're going to play it. Right, I'm going to skip into the video a bit because I want to see... right, he explains this whole weight thing and then it's all good.
Look at it, looks cool. Okay, back over here and on to business. Why is this so useful? Well, I'll let you go and do the research and read about gyroscopes and all that sort of stuff, but basically this is like a spinning top. If I turn it on, there we go. Why have I got 2 of them? Because if you've only got one...
Right, first of all, I now see what you're all saying. I spotted it. Second of all, they have to spin. I forgot about that. You have to have spinning tops, is what he just said in the video. So, there we go. You guys got one thing, he got the other thing. Spinning tops. Do they spin in the same direction or the opposite direction? Something tells me the opposite. That's my scientific guess. That's my instinct. They're also at the opposite by default. It looked like they were spinning very fast. I also think they need to spin without us controlling it. Yeah, okay, so, right. Now that looked a little bit better for a second, didn't it? But what's different this time? Maybe the spin speed isn't enough? Maybe there's some sort of disproportionate weight issue? Let's turn up the spin speed to max and then try it. Okay, no. It always goes the same way as well. They need to counter-rotate, says Zachman. I do believe that they are, but I don't know what counter-rotate... Oh my god. Emergency mute. Oh, that was a violent one. That to me says counter in my head, but let's say that that's not. Let's say they both go the same way. That was just as bad, okay. So maybe that's not the case. So you're playing Scrap Mechanic on Hermitcraft. That's right, Chris. We're on the Hermitcraft streaming group at the moment. Mayschool says, great leader. Seriously, you don't know how gyroscopes work. I don't. Well, I sort of get the idea. I didn't learn a lot of school. Let's put it that way. I didn't remember a lot of what went on. Let's see, or what they tried to teach us. I don't ever remember learning about a gyroscope at school though. Seriously. Weight distribution, says Elite Cats. I think this is supposed to accommodate for it. Then again, he did have a load of metal objects over on this side, and he did like start off the video talking about weight distribution. In fact, he talked about specifically creating something very important, which I think actually we're going to have to use when doing this, and that is a way to, like a seesaw, a way to check out the weights of things. So that was a good start to our seesaw. Let's get the music rolling. Bam! Song for Robin Williams. I love this song. I really like it. It's quite emotional when you think about who it's about as well. Okay. See, I want to connect that to something for a moment. I'll tell you what. Let's go back a step here, and let's get this thing a little bit more prepared. So we're going to attach some things at the ends. That should be an equal distance. Looks like an equal distance. Now, doesn't that look better? There we go. Evenly balanced. So on one side we have... Oh, our platform isn't even. There's something else we should sort out probably, like, immediately. Okay, so let's look at it from the centre. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looked like it went off. Okay, 1, 3. Have we done need to count? Or do we? Right, that's the 7th one. On this side, we need to do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more on this side. Come on, there we go. Right, so by making this all even, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just fill in this bit. I think this includes the platform below as well, which is actually all even with the exception of the little grooves like that. So now it's definitely more balanced overall. Wesbot says the jet engines are not symmetrical, Asuma. Yes, but they are slightly sort of balanced, I guess. The problem is, I don't know how he's done it in his video. I guess what we could always do is sort of put 2, like, side by side, but space with 1 in between. That might work, or might not. Who knows? Right, so we can count on a lot of this stuff being balanced, but I don't know how much of this counts for balancing. Do we have to balance the weight of this bit here as well? We might do, but for now what we'll focus on is the weight of these 2 things. So if we have to grab ourselves an engine and we go over here, I think we want to remove that one so we can see the difference a bit better. If we put that there and attach an engine to it as well, we need to balance that weight on this side over here, which may or may not be easy, I don't know. Let's start off with something massive so we can go, hey look, it did something. No? Oh, the tides start to turn. Just a little bit. And a little bit more. Bam. And now... Wait, it sort of looked like it was gaining momentum, then it stopped. Weird. Right, will that now go back up? Oh, it looks like the giveaway might be happening in chat. I'm not sure. yeah, if you want to win a copy of the album Retro Life, the first one Ezekiel did, type retro in chat. You only need to type it once, and you have an opportunity to win the game. So I kind of feel like something ain't quite right here. Something ain't quite right. Noise in my ear. We'll check that in a second. Oh, it's going crazy today in my ear. Right, and then it goes massively that way. Everyone goes like ham in chat for retro. That is the most retro I've ever seen in a single chat. What do we do about this? Maybe we do them one at a time. Let's start off with the chair. I feel like I'm missing the point here somewhere. Like, there you go. So that sort of tipped it off and then it went back the other way. Okay, there we go. Right, but now it's not coming back the other way. We need a way to like equalize it, I think. And just thinking the fastest way to do that is with a connector. So if we have one of these down the bottom and we quickly connect it and then detach it. There you go, that one's heavier. Right, that might be the technique now for discovering which it's going to be. Ooh. Looked like it was going to go in that direction, a smudge, didn't it? In fact, it has gone that direction, a smudge. So we might say that that's the equivalent of. Definitely going that way now. I'm going to say that that number right there is the amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 27. So for the driver's seat, we need 27 of those blocks on this side over here. So we've got 6. Now we've got 12. We've got 18. And now we've got 24. Bam, there you go, 27, right? We might round it up by 1. Dean Machine says getting the chair. The player is weightless. That's something Snow Crash learned. If I jump around on this stuff, we won't interfere with it. Which is an interesting observation. So I can't affect the weight of this at all, which is interesting. Which is what I just said. I just said it was interesting, but I said it again anyway. I always say things are interesting. Right, let's get rid of that, which is interesting. Is it me, or is it technically stable? It looks like it just doesn't have enough firepower right now. That's cool. That's cool. We didn't finish balancing it either. Right, so let's give it some more juice now. Which we will do by adding extra thrusters, I guess. Bam. And the thrusters, we may change how all of this works. As we add more weight, we're probably going to need a ludicrous amount of firepower here. So my plan was to spin this thing at the bottom, but I've just realised that it's going to spin what's above it technically. So we're probably going to remove this platform and replace it with a bearing facing downwards at some point. Anyway, if that didn't make any sense, then hopefully this next bit will. You need to go to that one. You need to go to that one. Then is it the top one of this side? Yeah, it's the top one. And the bottom one into that one. Right, let's... Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, I realise what happened there. No, wait, I don't realise what happened there. I'm not sure what happened there at all, actually. X says, sorry, all good champ says X, but thrusters in the corner. I want to read this message from Snake Eyes. Let's stop chat for a second. Hey X, saw you were streaming, so I took a break from making music. A huge passion of mine that I know we share. Something I have not been able to do for a while, but is great, is able to flex my musical muscles once again, and I hope you get to it again soon. In the meantime, I'm going to grab a snack and enjoy some Scrap Mechanic. Thank you for the lovely message, buddy. Yep, I also love making music. I hope when you get back into your session, you have a good time with it. I've got the it's in me every day. Like as soon as you know this adventure's over and it's time goes towards that, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I've got it all the inspiration like there, and I look forward to doing it. Right, let's have a look. What went wrong? Because the sensors shouldn't be activated immediately, right? Which is kind of what happened. Bam. I think we missed something there. I think... Have I disconnected or... Let's... You have 1 3 on one side and 1 4 on another. Do we? We've got... Wait, 13 or 14? What are we talking about here? Problem is, it just went straight up into the air. Let's remove these, because... Actually, I should have just disconnected them, but let's remove them, because last time it just sat on the ground. Right, now, the ones that are firing are the ones with the sensors, and all of them are firing, which suggests that it's sensing the block in the middle, right? That kind of makes total sense. So, what's going to stop it from ever being active at this point? Oh, we got some winners. The winners are Chicken Massacre, my buddy, and Yellow Tang. So congratulations to both of you. Check your inboxes here on Twitch. We want a copy of the Izuku album Retro Life. Right, Snow Crash has his sensors at a particular distance, is what I'm guessing. Let's say... Oh, walking around like crazy. Let's say we do a little bit of an experiment here. And we drag this back. And then we plop down the sensor at different distances, because right there it's activated. So it is there. There and there. Right, so it's active, and now it's not. Which means this bit at the top is gonna... Right. The amount of problem solving we are doing is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Chicken Massacre says whoop whoop. Oh, whoop whoop indeed. Right. We're solving things one step at a time. I'm very glad that I've got all of you here to help me, because I am clearly not a gyroscope engineer, am I? Okay, we're going to have 1 and 2, and we just need the same distance on the opposite side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the number to go for. That kind of rhymed. Is the sensor on the right level? Yes, it is. Definitely on the right level. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's another thing we've got to learn. But no, I think it's got to be on the right level. It looks very much correct. Let's go like that. Too tall is better than too short. So bam and bam. Does that look correct? Yeah, they all look correct there. Get rid of those two and wire it up, I guess. I wish I'd have remembered how we did this. I think it was... Do you know what? I'm going to go back and watch this video again, because I don't want to make a mistake like that again. Like the one we haven't technically made. That's not a good enough view.
Is there and there.
Oh yeah, I didn't mute this video. Okay, so top. Oh, top goes to this side. Bottom goes to that side over there. Then it looks like the top goes to this one, and the bottom to that one there. Right, so now, bear in mind this thing is running. We hop in here, and we... What? Wait. If we press... Why don't I press spacebar? Forward? Right, our thrusters aren't doing anything. Steering... doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, does that mean we need more thrusting power? Let's go... Let's give this thing a bit more oomph. A bit more bang for the buck. Pony Butts, what is it you're trying to say? Let me know in chat, I'll try and keep my eye on it. Falling Babies, that username says, you have no sounds in your ear. Did I miss a sound in my ear thing? Oh! We've got another donation here from Pony Butts saying, To truly understand, but why though? One must become hashtag but why though. It's just one of the murder disguises on the server I mod for. I was playing with some of your other patrons last night and that name became a silly thing. Alright, well thanks for the explanation. I still haven't played the murder game, I've got to play that sometime. But why though? But why have I got to play it? Thank you so much for the donation, Pony Butts, and thanks for the explanation as well. Let's wire this thing up and see if we can get it off the ground now, because if we can, then we can go into outer space, which is what I really want to do. Really want to go into outer space right about now. We've still got to balance it a little bit, I'm sure. Nope, I pressed spacebar instead of forward. Keep us stable. It kind of did. It's kind of like... It's wonkying is what it's doing. It's definitely wonkying a bit. It's a little bit of a wonky one, isn't it? Look at that. Wow, that's interesting. We've got a dodgy gyroscope on this thing. And now I think it's broken. Okay, enough of that. Well, signs that we're heading in the right direction, that's for sure. I think we've got to sort out the thruster situation. Wow. Wow, that thing is crazy. Skyheart says it is trying to be stable. I do believe it is trying just that. Let's balance one more thing, the engine, because I feel like we should do that before we make any major changes. So that's clearly heavier. Let's get rid of that much and reset it. Nope, still heavier. Interesting, balanced. Doesn't look like it's slightly tilting. Okay, and then it goes that way. That's fair enough. Now I want to try it with one extra on that side. Right, and then it clearly goes that way. So no, let's go with that. That is 12 in total. So we're going to account for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 10 and 12. Okay, cool. Right, let's give it another spin. Which is something I want to be a literal term at some point. Like, let's give this UFO a spin. Right, it likes that corner over there. Oh, wait a minute. It's going to the side with more weight now. Which is interesting, because a moment ago it would suggest that that was actually really well balanced. Smonoman has suggested making a flying base with this. Yeah, that's what Snow Crash did. Oh, I've just noticed that the bottom is rotating away. Look. Right, so what's going on here? Like, why could I have possibly wired up the bottom incorrectly? I do see. It's very hard to see. Oh man, if only we could zoom out a little. Oh, we can zoom out a little bit further. Right, what ones are activated? The correct ones sort of look like they're activated, as well as some of the ones that maybe weren't necessary. I've got a feeling I might have wired this up a bit incorrectly, so maybe we could try that again. I'm stuck. Lewis says, most YouTubers I know played this today. Yeah, that's because it's like a hype game at the moment. Make a treehouse with it, X, says Flusky the Husky. Why would I make a treehouse with a flying object? That's like building a house with it, or building a road with it. Right, let's have a bit more tea. You guys can speculate as to what you think it is. You did not count the wood on the left. That's true, I haven't counted that. But it was balanced before we added more weight. I guess I see what you're saying, actually. Maybe the engine happened to be about the same weight. Actually, yeah, let's go with that. I think that's fair to say that perhaps the engine was a similar weight to what the wood was. I think it's 2 wood to 1... 2 wood to 1 of these is supposed to be balanced. No, that's heavier. 3? No, still heavier. Four is heavier, wow. Yeah, maybe even 6 or so. So I guess at this point, like, the question is, like, what if we've got this correct and I've made a fundamental mistake somewhere? It might be difficult to correct later on. That's, I guess, what I'm worried about. Let's remove all of this and see how it flies with that amount on either side. Let's also remove that. And we've got another noise in me ear. Got a donation here from Phil71994 saying, for balancing, you can't just put the same weight on the other side since it's three-dimensional. To exactly find a balance, you have to calculate. You have to either calculate with turning moments or what is much simpler, trial and error. Okay, trial and error is probably what we're going to go for, but I think I understand what you're saying. Like if I put the weight here in this corner, why can't I jump? If I put a big weight in this why can't I jump up there now? There we go. If I put a big weight in this corner, I can't put it like over here or over there. It's got to be in the opposite corner, right? I think that's what you're trying to say. Trial and error sounds much better. Right, so we're sort of drifting back in this direction, which would suggest more weight in the opposite corner. Let's drift in that direction. Oh my god, trial and error for the win. Right, we're going to have an amazing time, my friends. We're going to have an amazing time. Right, still we've got a little bit of backdrift. That is incredible. That is... Oh my god, Snow Crash, you're the man. We got donations coming through the roof here. Let's fly up into the sky. Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh my days, we're doing it! Woohoo! To the sky and back. That is phenomenal. I love it. But now I want a way to like steer my... Oh my god, that is so cool. That was amazing. Bam. Right, and another one. Right, let's go read these messages while I sprint back to our platform. Oh my god, that was so cool. So Joel Kip says, why don't you just put a driver's seat and engine on the other side, then you don't have to fuss about it. That's a really good idea. P.S. Does your nose itch? No? Now it does. Joel Kip, you cannot fool me. My nose does not itch right now. And it won't do. And it won't do. But thank you for the donation, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Excellent suggestions. Let's do that immediately. Like, let's give that a quick whirl, because that could be a very useful tool in balancing everything. Just realised this thing's sort of in the way. That might get... Do you know what? Let's take a step back then, because that is definitely going to be in the way and make that good idea a little bit difficult. That being said, we could possibly put the engine in the same place, which is just in from the corner by 2 blocks. So there's probably a room for an engine over here. Bam, that's where the engine is, on the equivalent side. And let's read the other donation. We've got one here from Falling Babies saying, hey X, the engine is pretty heavy. Anyways, great stream, keep up the good work, and you should really join us with Murder sometime. Falling Babies, I will have to play a game of Murder. It sounds like a very pleasant experience. I've got to be honest, I don't mind a little bit of murder. But yeah, we'll sort that out soon. I've got to find out what this crazy Minecraft game is about. And thank you so much for the donation. Hope you're having a good time watching the stream. We've got to remove that lift, haven't we? Right, let's go up again. Right, now we're drifting into that area over there. And now we're pretty much going straight up. Alright, let's hold down... Oh, let's see the world. Okay, farming patches. I haven't been over there before. Big old mountain in the middle. Now we're drifting to the side. That's what I'm talking about. Let's steer. Oh my god, that is so cool. That is so cool. I want to land this thing gently now. There you go, that was about as gentle as I could make it. Right. Okay, so we've still got a little bit of like long-term drift. If we add in some controls with that, I reckon would be good. But what I do want to do next, what I really want to do is Zig Zig R. What is that? Spice Girls, isn't it? Oh my god. Just had the Spice Girls pop into my head. Not the most pleasant thing, but okay. Right, what I want to do now is balance our thrusters, because we can move ahead and we're probably going to have more of these. Oh, so it looks like there's another giveaway, by the way. Say private in chat if you'd like to win a copy of Izuku's My Private video game. His second album, which we're listening to right now. This song is called I Guess I Should Play Minecraft, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant, I tell you. Right, so this one is... wait. What are we looking at? Okay, we're going to go... right, to the low one on the opposite side. Over here. And where are we going to put these? We've got another donation here! Insane! I'll read this in a second, my friend. As I want to concentrate. So that's going to be like a shared one. And I think we're going to put them in groups of 5 like this. Yeah. How have we done it at the moment? Just the one to stabilise. That's shared. Let's go with... yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. But... right, let's put that there. Okay, yeah, that's good. Right, let's read this donation. We've got a donation here from Mumbles65, who is doing the generous giveaway of the Izuku album. So thank you for that, buddy. And he says, hashtag RIP, or rest in peace, Ruben. We miss you, buddy. Just wanted to throw another huge thank you for you and all you do for your community. You're an awesome YouTuber and can't wait for more Minecraft. Thank you so much, buddy. Do appreciate it. And Minecraft at the moment might be like a week or two before I get back into doing that, because I'm having an absolute blast with Scrap Mechanic. But I got loads of videos lined up. Some oh wait, which... oh god, I just removed a ton of stuff without thinking. Right, this side goes for those ones. Yeah, I've got to be careful here. I need to concentrate. Because I almost made a big mistake, I think. And where's that one going? Right, that doesn't matter. What was I saying? Yeah, I've got videos for Minecraft lined up. Let's put it that way. So it may be a while before we see them, but I love this Scrap Mechanic game at the moment. It's so much fun. So this one, we're doing this side over here, so we are good to go. You go to that one. And if you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, you're making some mistakes, don't worry about it. I know probably what you're thinking at this point, because, well, I can show you right now. I've hooked up one side of the thruster, but not the other. So, for example, this one here needs to go to there, and so does its counterpart. So now they're going to have 2 thrusters for stabilising, which may be too much, is another thing to keep in mind. Right, and then that's going to be the odd one out in a moment, which is fine as well. Okay. Yeah, like this. This is the way. Right, now we're going to have one that's left out. Let's make sure we select the right one. There we go. Bring it back down to this one here. No, that one doesn't go there. I'm glad I spotted that and corrected myself immediately. That could have been bad. Right, 2 over there. This side we are, you know, clearly missing one. It is the one that goes up there. And those 2 have been hooked up. And then this one goes over here. Yeah, think that's good. Some of you are saying that the donation bar broke. Let's go have a look, because I haven't had the thing on my screen for a while. Yeah, it looks like it broke. I don't know how to fix that. Once it breaks, it breaks. Or can I click that and then click it again? Nope. I don't know. Sometimes it stops working. It's a shame. It's a shame. Also, I haven't had the stream open for the entire duration. How many people are here? 750! Thank you to all of you for coming by and watching. Crazy numbers. Of course, hit the follow button if you haven't done so already here on Twitch. Going to be streaming more Scrap Mechanic and Hermitcraft in the future. Right, so now we've got 2 on each side, and I guess the test would be to do that, but also we're going to hook up the middle ones, yeah, like this. Oh, we can do it from down there, actually. So when we hit forward, we're going to activate 4 thrusters. The other ones are going to be for steering the ship, which is going to be an interesting adventure. Like, how do we do 4-dimensional steering? Okay. Is that not enough lift? Did I miss something? Yeah, that doesn't appear to be enough lift, does it? Let's add some more lift with another thruster in the corner. Man, this is going to be like thruster overdrive soon. There's going to be loads of them. Okay, so let's double our power here. This is nuts. We haven't even got to the UFO part yet. We are just having an immense amount of fun with this right here. Bam, there we go. Dirk Techno, if you post a video in chat, I'm not going to be able to watch it while I'm streaming. You should use WSD for 4-directional steering. Good idea, Carl. Problem is, forwards and backwards. You gave me an idea as I just started to describe that. You gave me a really cool idea. I like the speed this hovers at. I do. I really do. That is creepy UFO style hovering right there. But we need more thrusters, basically. I like that. That is nice. I like that. Okay. Carl just gave me an idea. Also got some winners for my own private video game, Pro_Jake and Revelo7B. You have won a copy of that game, so check your Twitch inboxes and enjoy the music. So, oh, I've forgotten your name. Was it Carl? Said why not use WASD? Now I thought, yeah, the thing with that is it behaves in a particular way. We can steer a bearing. Let's build a platform. We can steer like this. We'd still actually then up could be the button 1. Oh my god, this might be a thing we make. Right, we can steer this thing and, you know, imagine there's some sensors to detect that we're steering left and right. Like that, okay? So you activate sensors. They're going to be forwarded to, you know, thrusters. Now, forward and backwards on this thing works differently. Or does it? Does it actually pretty much work the same? That's what I want to know. So let's attach an engine to that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to work differently. But food for thought, you know, similar mechanism. You can turn it so that a sensor will detect it. Right, and then that needs to be controlled. So that has a limit. That does as well if you put blocks in the correct spot. Fascinating. Hey, we might have developed a little system here. Like, multi-dimensional, I don't know what you call it. Giving it a fancier name is better than a non-fancy name. Okay, so how do we reset that one easily? Okay. Let's steer into it. Oh my god. No, what have I done? I've caged it in. How silly. Actually, it kind of helps. Alright, here we go. That is awesome. Like, the engine behaves a little bit differently, I feel. Maybe its acceleration is a bit too strong. But that has some serious potential because basically you've got to look at it like this. If you can sense this thing being here or there, and on this side here or there, then you can hook that up to thrusters to go in 4 different directions. So that is an incredible little contraption. Cool. Abex says, hey X, what are you building? We're building a UFO, and it's amazing. It's the best UFO ever. Because it hovers like a UFO. It hovers at a creepy speed. Check that creepy hovering. Isn't that cool? Right, to be fair, I really do feel like this is the system to go with on this thing. But I think I'd rather just get the concept up and running. So, we're going to do something a little bit crazy now. This is my original plan, was that the spinning parts of our ship would have thrusters on them. And that's going to make the whole thing heavier, which means we're probably going to lift off the ground a lot slower. But, you know, we can keep adding thrusters and balancing it. So we'd need something like that on the bottom. In fact, we might be able to get away with 2. Easier to balance with 4, and 2 on the top as well for the UFO shell. So what about now? Can we get off the ground? Even slower. What if we hooked up the spin to something like a button? Right, so we're going to have, let's see, we're going to put 4 buttons down. So they're balanced. Don't think they weigh too much, but you know. There we go. Hey, that's kind of like not the place to put it. Could have removed some of the gyroscope then, that would have been bad. Right, so now with those 4, we'd have four directions and then another one for spinning. We need like a 5th one somewhere, so we're probably going to need yet another one on there. Ridiculous. Let's just put it there, you know, balance it, whatever. Okay, that one is going to be controlled by this. So number 1 is to spin the UFO shell, which could actually be done with the bearing now that I think about it, which would make it lighter. I'm glad I thought of that. I'm glad I thought of that. But let's give this one a crazy experiment first. Right, so we go up, and then we're like, hey, we want to spin because we're a UFO. And now we're a spinning UFO. Oh! Hey, check that out. Oh my giddy gods. Let's stop that. That's absolutely nuts. That is mad as it gets. Wow. There is so much potential for this right now. I cannot express. Okay, so spinning with thrusters is going to make it look absolutely amazing. Spinning without might not be the same experience. So let's try spinning without this time. What we will do is put down a controller. And this controller will spin the top and bottom. So we still need a switch to control the controller, but we need 2 controllers. Actually, no, we'd only need 1. So let's put it on the opposite side at least. Down there. Cool. That's going to control that, which is going to control the bearing, the blue one at the bottom. Right, and then that thing. If you're following me with all of this, good for you, because I'm going ham. Okay, we're going to spin us, not the base, is something I'd like to point out. And we do that at our own choosing, so we can jump into this thing first, we can go up. Now we can choose to spin the base. Yeah, I'm not surprised it started doing that. But that might happen anyway. Oh yes! We have created a beast! Love it. Right. Can I get out of this thing? Yikes. Put it down somewhere, anywhere. Oh no, I'm like actually stuck in it. I am actually stuck in it. Can I press E on it? Can we put it down outside? Oh no. Oh no. Is there an emergency way out of here? Wait, can I use this view to place it somewhere else? Anyone got any ideas? I'm crouching, I'm pressing spacebar, I'm holding shift. Reload the map, says Marine Tuck. Good idea. Let's try that one. So what do you guys think? What look better, using thrusters or using the bearing? I don't like that this is lagging as we try and quit. Fizzy Stuff says, can it be used for YouTube as well? That's my plan, to make a video after we stream. Asuma, how can you make the UFO balanced in the air without flipping over? Minecraft the log, that is done thanks to snow crashes, jam, gyroscope. Jam. Every time I think about it, I've got to say jam. Yeah, Mumble says the thrusters seem more controllable. The bearing is amazingly funny. Yeah, the bearing's trial run wasn't too great. If we were to put the bearing on the top bit though, we might see different results. It would actually be really easy to do that, I think. So let's give that one a try, because the only thing is we can't undo. If I get this wrong, we can't build it back the same way it is now, which would suggest actually don't risk it, basically. Yeah, that would definitely suggest that. Right, so this thing's going to be a flying saucer at some point, is another thing to mention. Yeah, we're going to do away with the bearing. And we are also... What did I decide we were going to do? It was something to do with the way we control the spinning. We could have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'd have an on-off for spinning. Not sure how this next bit is going to turn out, really. But what we will do to move forward, I think we need to get steering in place next. And the place we're going to do that with is over here, in this corner. And this one. And the next one as well. And then we've left a little bit of space for more firepower if we need it. So we're going to have 1. 2, we'll hook them up to there. That thing's got so much stuff attached to it. We'll have 3 on that side, 4 on this side. Cool, so 2, 3... Oh my god, this is going to be nuts. This is actually going to be nuts. So what are we doing? We're going up into the air, and then we're doing 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if I want to go over to that side a little bit. That was not what I... Oh, it's because it's not a button. Okay. Right, that actually makes sense. Might have to use a button here. Let's give it another little test. Use a number pad for button mapping, says Green Dave. Absolutely fantastic suggestion. That is a no-brainer. Can I don't think I can use number pads. Right, but we might try and change that. Okay, so I've got to go... We want to go that way and just tap it. I turned it off again, and now the gyroscope doesn't like it. I've got a feeling the gyroscope might not be really made out for this. Also, those thrusters don't point in the direction, do they? They point downwards, which might be a bad thing. Actually, pointing to the side sounds kind of bad as well. Skyheart says it seems to work perfectly, if you ask me. I'd like to make it work perfectly. It might take us a few attempts to build a perfect flying machine. I want to go watch Snow Crash's video. I know you're watching my stream, but I want to hear what else he had to say, because we've learnt so much, and he obviously took this a fair bit further and made a flying base with it. So we're going to pop back into his video.
And these two are connected to thrusters here and here. So basically what happens is if it tilts too far, you'll see... If I go a little bit more, there you go. So what that's trying to do is push that side back up to... See? To basically counteract that drift, and that gimbal staying the same. Now, this is obviously working at the moment because everything's all still and this thing's just floating and the bearings are just floating. But when we spin it up like that, it makes it even more stable, and this thing will stay sort of level and straight all the time, and it's all good. See? Beautiful.
Talking about this bit.
Okay, so it helps us stabilise things. How does it perform? Pretty good. Now, one thing I need to tell you is that you need to make sure that when you start the gyroscope off, it needs to be completely level. So you want to be on level ground. If you that thing's tilted, or in the, not level when you start it up, you're going to have problems, obviously. So we'll start that up, jump into here, and off we go. Now we've got a bit of tilt straight away. See how it corrected itself? There we go.
Alright,
so we just had a little bit of back tilt there, and it had corrected itself. I didn't do that. All I'm operating is just thrusters straight up, and I'm just turning them on and off to sort of do a bit of a hover. And you can see that gyroscope staying horizontal, but the platform isn't. In this direction, it's got a little bit of tilt on it, not much. Now if I turn on my forward thruster here, we might be able to induce a little bit of...
Oh, he's actually doing the same thing I've just thought of in the video. Oh, no way. Clever man.
Just correcting every now and then. I'm seesawing. Oh, no, I'm in big trouble now.
Alright, alright.
Oh, yep. Crash.
Oh, so now you're typing song in chat. I'm assuming that's another giveaway for the album New Songs for Old Kids. This is the first song on the album. It's called Crack Tro. If you want a chance of winning that, type song in chat. So, as I was watching this video, I did start to think, oh wait a minute, here's how we could control it a little bit simpler than a button and crazy amount of thrusters method. And he's done the same thing. So, attach a bearing to that, left and right. So that way we can turn and face a direction and turn as we go. So, let's undo our whole crazy buttons thing then. And let's that's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Just got to hit it up from the right angle. Bam. And let's remove our bonus thrusters that we added because they didn't seem to do a good job. Now our driver's seat, I don't really want to rebuild it, as you can imagine. Maybe we'll just say you sit in here and look in that direction as you go. You can free roam the camera because he put his thing over on this side, which seems like a sensible place to put that. So also I am just wondering, he's built this thing around a square platform in the middle. What we're going to do though is just have two of these things, and that's something we need to consider for the direction. We're going to have to make that thing smaller because we need to consider the direction that we go in. So we need to hook that up to that bearing. That means we control it like so. And now we can face this way. Let's also... Oh, did we remove the lift? We did. Of course we did, it's running. So we face this way. Oops. Oops. Face this way. Now why is that thing not stabilising itself? I think I might have accidentally unhooked something somewhere. Because it is pushing... Oh, we now got more weight on that side. Duh. Okay. I don't know how much thrusters weigh, but I'm going to add to that. Right, that's still not enough. This is some serious trial and error right here. That's more like it. Whoa, that's some funky stuff going on there. Look at that. That's wobbling all over the place. Actually, isn't that suggesting now that... I'd tell you what, building this UFO is going to be harder than I thought. That's everything I do, though. Right, I think it's actually heavier over on this corner, is the problem. Okay, let's try again. Oops, why do I always press spacebar? Am I supposed to be pressing forward? Or am I going mad? The switch is not connected to anything. What's happened here? Did I disconnect something? Huh. We do sort of have lots of extra thrusters at the bottom. Why can't I go up? Why can't I fly up? H-Dog, thank you for the lovely message, buddy. Hope you have a good time watching today's stream. Do you know why it doesn't work? Oh, what have I missed here? Because a second ago that worked, so I removed some blocks and then it stopped. What did I do? You have more weight, you need more thrust. Yeah, but here's the thing ago, it flew a second ago and then I removed blocks from it, right? Isn't that what just happened? That's what I remember happening. That's bizarre. I want to remove one of those thrusters because I've got a feeling it's sort of just trickling to take off now. Right, that's really bizarre. Maybe it was like we already had momentum and I kept adding weight and therefore we could sort of fly. Right, a lot of you are saying it's too heavy. Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. Right, I reckon we've got some unused thrusters. They need to go. Although, I'm sure I have plans for them. And if we remove these, then this thing is just going to fly away. What did I end up doing with them? Nothing really. They're just sort of there being not used. Which is alright, I guess. Actually, I think we're going to use them when we add more to this thing in general. Okay, so now we're flying, but we're also sort of drifting over to this side a bit. So maybe like a few blocks here and there come off. Can we make this thing a little bit smaller, perhaps? I think, yeah, if you look at this thing, it definitely can be smaller. Also, we built it out of something heavy, which wasn't smart. Also, we've already got heavy stuff on this side, so you can remove things rather than add more weight, right? I mean, that makes sense. Let's just put the one there and attach it like that. I know it's not in the middle, but that should probably work. And then we can hook up our extra thrust to that there. Okay. So now we can hop back in here. Oh, we got hit. Oh, what happened to that? Well, that thing freaked out. It freaked out. Couldn't you check a balance by putting the UFO on a decent sized seesaw? No, I don't think that will quite work. Not quite. Right, so now we got some lift, but we clearly have more weight on the opposite side. Right, I walked into that thing and I think I freaked it out a little bit there. Because it is clearly not balanced. Oh yeah, we're weightless as well, so maybe that's not the case. So removing weight is the other option. Right, whoa. Yeah, look at that thing, it gets freaked out. Where's my lift? Okay, we've got 4 winners. CR Lewis won. Animiles, Mr. Moose, and BWB Elleris. I'm sure I butchered some of those names, but go check your inbox. You've won some music, some fantastic music to listen to. Right, and now we have too much weight on this side, which is kind of good because I want to get rid of some of this weight. A little bit more balanced. And again, a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to press 1. Don't do that. Oh. Oh. Oh, it doesn't quite work, does it? It's supposed to stabilize us, but it's not. Man, I really want to know what I'm doing wrong here. Reset the gyro like the seesaw. The seesaw? What? Right, it's been reset when we place it down, okay? So I guess you might be saying that all the up and down I've been doing. But then again, like, that's part of it, isn't it? So I want to go that way and steer with it, but it's not stabilising me. I can't help but feel the gyroscope scope itself is wrong somehow. What exactly it is, I'm not sure. Mousy says it's not stabilising because some connections aren't there. 2, 2, 2 and 2. No, all connections are there. These are the stabilisers, right? 2 to each sides. I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, like it's got the bearings here as well. This thing might have been made incorrectly, is another. X, the sensors shouldn't be opposite each other. Gushy, that's the way Snow Crash built it, so it should be fine to do it like that. If you turn too much, the gyro won't stabilise. Well, we're not trying to turn, we're trying to push along a little bit. Just take the G-scoop off. I don't know what the G-scoop is. The gyroscope can only stabilise left and right, not forwards and backwards. Yeah, but if that's so, I mean, I'm copying what he's doing in this video to some extent, so something here's wrong. He put a thruster in this position and it worked for him. Think of the jam. Sorry. Jam. Gyroscope. There we go. Okay, it only tilts one way. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll take it back a step to where it worked and finish the UFO idea. At least let's get something that just goes up in the air and spins around, because that was a lot of fun. Come on. Getting really annoyed by that. Okay. So now what we're going to see is that it's horribly unbalanced. And we know it is, but what we'll do is we'll take off some of these blocks. Oh. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's the stability I'm looking for. Right. Let's go. The total weight is going to be increased by 8 thrusters for us to do our thing. So let's go and put these 8 thrusters on and see if it still goes up. And you might be thinking, why? What would you do that for? Well, they're going to get attached. So if we mess around with them now, we'll suss it out. Is that enough? I like that speed of ascension. That's a fun speed. Okay, so we're going to take all of those off, and what we're going to do is expand the platform down the bottom. Now it's going to go all the way around that thing. It's going to be nuts. Got to make sure we build... Actually, that little thing right there might help us for a while. So we've got to make a circle. We've got to make a circle. Circles in Minecraft, that's what we've got to think. Actually, we've got to kind of make a bit of a sphere, really. Okay, let's go out 3. I like that. Look out 3 over here. Right, we are not going to make... We are in no way... Did I not attach that to... Let's make sure it's all attached. We are in no way going to fuss over making the perfect sphere. We're going to make a annoyingly odd shape. Possibly. Like, what I'm saying is... OCD is going to kill us here and make it difficult. So... Right, we come out for 3. We've got 3 going across. 4, 5, 6, 7. Do the same thing there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, now we need... Actually, 7 might be a bit much. I'm going to fill this in as well. This is very much going to be a bit of a counting game at this point. Alright, so let's say we go with 5 instead. We'll do it differently over here. 5 can be followed by... Is that 3? 1, 2, 3. So 5, 3, 2. Something like that. 2... Wait a minute. There's the middle. 5 is there. 3... Right, so that's the base of our sphere shape. Man, I think this thing should probably start off a little bit slower, but whatever. You missed 1 block, says Penguin Play. If we do, we're going to have to deal with it. Because this will take forever to build if we're not careful. Right, so 5, 1, 2, 3. There's our 1s. Does that come out 1 extra block? No. 1, 2, 3, 5. There's our 3. No, something's gone wrong here. 3, 2, then 1, 1. So 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. There we go. Three, 2. Alright. This is just one like little section of it as well, which is kind of crazy. There's got to be a quicker way to do this. Because that's one slice of many that I want to attach to this, right? And we're making it heavier as we go. Kitty Scat says it's my first stream on Twitch. Awesome. Hope you're enjoying it. X, I think you better check your sensor position. So many people have said that. I mean, they're correct. Look. They're lined up properly. So, I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know what is wrong with those sensors. No, they're not placed correctly. They look correct, according to what I'm seeing in his video. I don't know... I can even count. Oh, but when I count it, it does look different. X, the height's wrong. In the video, they are placed differently. Yeah, it does look like they are. But it just means this thing's higher off the ground a little bit, right? Rewatch the video. And we've got a noise in my ear, let's check it out. Helpful Guy says, Hi X, seems your sensors are too centered. You want them offset on the opposite sides of the gyro, so the little stick section coming out of the free rotating center is between the two sensors. That way it reads that it moves upwards or downwards counters. Let's read that again. Hi X, seems your sensors are too centered. You want them offset on opposite sides of the gyro, so the little stick section coming out of the free rotating center is between the two sensors. Well, thank you, buddy, for your donation. Do appreciate it. I think I get it a little bit, but at the same time, I'm looking at his video, and it just looks like it's a little bit higher.
And how does it do that? Because it's not connected to this thing fixed. It's on a gimbal. And you're probably saying, Snow Crash, what's a gimbal? Well, once again, you can Google that. But if I put a lift down here, it basically allows the thing to rotate in, so to speak. Now,
1,